The sardine. Having watched several interviews of Scientologists and ex-Scientologists, I get the impression that many, if not most of them, have big egos. Even when saying they are out and no longer believe in it, many will boast about how far they made it on the OT levels, how awesome they were at it, how they had an above-average learning curve, etc. Not that there aren't plenty of exceptions, such as yourself, but I get the feeling that this is a common trend in Scientology. Do you think Scientology preys on egocentric people using their ego to get them hooked? Or do you think they end up becoming egocentric due to prolonged exposure to the "we're the only ones who get it and will save the world" discourse? Or perhaps you think this simply due to a bias that people who are self-centered will tend to give interviews more often than those who are not. Actually, I think it's all of the above. I think that Scientology creates a narcissistic attitude, and I've actually written an article or two about this early on my blog. You can find those. And I think that because Scientology creates a personality shift of fairly drastic proportions, it molds a person into being more like L. Ron Hubbard. And L. Ron Hubbard was, without question, a narcissist. So, amongst other things. So that your personality is molded into that through the process of doing Scientology. So that's a consequence of it. However, at the same time, I do believe that there are a small percentage of people who get involved in Scientology who are already narcissistic, maybe have some sociopath-type tendencies, who want to have the power that Scientology promises to lord it over others. And so those types are also attracted to Scientology, and I've certainly seen those kind of people in Scientology. They're the kind who like to, move up to executive levels in the church and beat on their juniors and things like that, right? Because David Miscavige is far from the only person who ever did something like that. So that's kind of my thought on that.